Yeah, thank you. Yes, Ketika. Okay. So, well, CoVersity all started with this of Aarohi. So, in 2008, we started Aarohi. It's an open learning community where different families come together, and co-create and go through their journeys along with other open learning families too. Like as you can see, it's families, and we have different ages in Aarohi, like the teenagers, youngsters, grandparents, everyone. We all kind of come together and build our open learning journeys. So it's currently located in Bangalore, like 60 kilometers away from Bangalore. So yeah, it's about coversity, and then it slowly kind of got this idea of coversity, where it's all about exploring interest and then finding your passion, and then kind of seeing all the possibilities and finding your and making your profession out of that passion. It's like any interest is like worth exploring and deep diving into it. And yeah, that's what CoVersity's core is all about. It's about the journey that you take your passion to profession. Yeah. Of course, the CoVersity is for youth like me, like the 14 to 21 years old, you youngsters. So where we deep dive and discover one or many interest of ours and develop it into our passion and then to profession. Of course, it's not all alone, like I'll be doing all alone. We also have a cohort with our like the cohort buddies, who is always there with us, kind of supporting us, grilling, chilling with them. It's like mix of fun and work. You kind of keep all your time and efforts into that main interest. Like you work a lot, like we work together a lot. And in our specific domains that we choose, we do specifically industry related work. So that we get to understand the industry much better. And during this whole journey, we're always supported by the thriving community and the guides and the mentors together. Like they'll be at our back at our back. So we develop expertise, and also just not our professionally, but also self-wisely, like building myself too. Sorry. So yeah, so we have a lot of people going through this kind of journey, and one such example is Asavri. She also had multiple interests. She deep dived into different interests, and finally felt that sustainability was her passion. And she kind of she became an entrepreneur and started Danak Naturals, where she sells naturally made self-care products. So yeah, that's where she made her passion to profession. And CoVersity is all about discovering your passion and growing professionally in that passion. Maybe one, two, or many. So one such example is Kanda, where she also dabbled in different interests and felt that fitness was her thing. And he started to see the possibilities in his fitness thing, and now he is kind of going into being a fitness trainer. So yeah, this whole journey is like the self-led journey that we decide what to do. Like I decide what I want to do. I in my own way, in my own style, and then do it and reflect back about it and learn from it and grow from it, in fact. So one such example is, of course, me. So I also decide like what kind of projects I want to do, what is my aim, and kind of do like breakdown stuff, do what kind of projects I want to do it, and then reflect it in different ways and learn from it. And yeah, so of course I'm not alone in this journey. I have lot of cohort people, like the buddies who will be drilling and chilling with me. As I said, it's like work plus fun, filled with fun. It's like the best part in being in CoVersity. So yeah, one such example is Drupad, who was who is interested in football and want to grow professionally into it. His so of course he have a lot of support from his cohort members. Like he for example, like Skanda was helping him with the fitness and stuff. So he was supported by different cohort members. He was taking feedback and also asking for mentorship and stuff like that. So we put all our efforts and time into one domain, and we work a lot, and we work and then we learn. So the work is specifically into the industry related work, where we do different projects, internships, and kind of like be in the industries to figure out what we want to be in that industry. So one such example is Sriya. She's into UI UX designing, basically designing, and she does a lot of client projects. Like she recently did a website project, and yeah, kind of earning through it too. So yeah, and there is support from the community, from the guides, from the mentors, from the buddies. So it's like the world is filled with possibilities and support. So you have to grab it, kind of thing. So support system, we always felt Krisha was an amazing example where he found a lot of support from our community, and also from few illustration meetups that he went to, and also illustrators meetups he went to, and also few people who he felt like he didn't even know them, but still he went out and asked if they can mentor him. So yeah, and he did not only stop to just being finding a person, but also he kind of used YouTube and internet also as a big support system for him. Yeah. So as I said, we do a lot of work. So we all put that and gather and put it into a portfolio so that we are kind of work certified. So one such example is Srishti's portfolio. Here it is, where she's into different interests, and she made her portfolio in writing, in the domain of writing. She kind of piled up all her stuff she did. So let me end this presentation with a small thought telling. A bird sitting on a tree is never afraid of branch breaking, because her trust is not on the branch, but on her own wings. So we develop ourselves. Thank you. So this is a small overall mind map about this CoVersity thingy. We are open for questions. If you have any questions or thoughts, or just what you're feeling now, you can just share it here. And if it's related to journey, Aparna will be sharing it shortly. So as far as this presentation, you can ask any questions or anything, thoughts, feelings.
Yeah, I'll just keep this mind map around for all of you for it to sync and maybe gather in your thoughts. Any questions on or any thoughts on what Srijani has shared so far?
Yeah, you can go ahead, unmute and just talk whatever you're feeling, or just thoughts about this presentation about CoVersity, or questions related to it.
Okay, so we let them gather some thoughts, and in the meanwhile, maybe Aparna can take us through how a typical CoVersity journey looks like. So if you become part of CoVersity, what entails?
Yeah. So hi everybody, I'm Aparna. So,
Yeah, Aparna, you may start. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
But I can still see the mind map slide.
You have to change the slide.
Yeah. Give me a moment.
Yeah.
Is this fine, Aparna?
Yeah, I can see. The roadmap one.
Your voice is breaking for me. I hope it's fine for others.
No, it's breaking for us
Now?
too. It's low,
Can
in
you
fact, not
be a bit
breaking.
louder?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it better now?
Yep.
Can you change the slide?
Yeah, much better.
It's still in the roadmap slide.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's changed.
Okay.
Yeah. So CoVersity is a journey that I lead. So we'll see the typical cycle in the coming cycles. So we have an imaginary story here. So I'll be joining CoVersity from June. So I love art. So if I choose art, then I might want to change to another domain after 6 months. Then maybe I want to go back to the same domain. So the journey is that I lead the journey. So the typical journey, the domain, how we will choose is everybody can choose only one domain at a time. I can choose only one domain at a time, one interest. I deep dive into it. Maybe I'll change it later or I'll continue with the same. But the journey starts by deep diving into one interest. Kritika slide is not yet changed.
I have changed it at my end.
Now
now
it's
we can
changed.
I think there's some lag between the change. Okay.
Okay, so the journey will be of the minimum time of will be a year journey. So you give yourself for a year. So in that year you can choose 2 cycles, which will be 6 months, 6 months. So for 6 months you deep dive into one interest, and next 6 months you may change to some other domain or of your interest, or the next 6 months either you go back to the same or you continue, or this journey continues. This is a journey which will continue. So the working will be for first few weeks, you'll be on campus with your cohort buddies, working with doing group projects, preparing for your next few weeks where you'll be off campus, doing internships, doing work ex, and working in the professional way. And the next few weeks, you'll be coming back to campus to review your journey and to decide what you want to do for the next 6 month cycle. So there we look at possibilities in CoVersity. So we have a lot of the possibilities. The some which we have noticed here are job, entrepreneur, freelancing, creative pursuit is where you have a different interest where you can't have any of this, where you find your own way. So in CoVersity, we look at the outputs. So the outputs will be you get to know more about the networking since you're working in the industry. You get to know about the industry knowledge since you're working in a professional way. You get to know about the IR skills. you get the portfolio in your hand. You don't get certified at CoVersity, you get work certified. So you don't really get professionally developed, you also get developed leadership skills, you get self-leadership skills, you get living skills, you get relationships, you get independence, you get to know about more people. So one thing which I love about CoVersity is that you deep dive into your interest and your cohort buddies will be there to push you, grill you. So they'll be there around you and passing their energy to you. So that's something which I really love about CoVersity.
Thank you, Aparna. Thank you. Yeah, like it's open for questions and thoughts. Come on, guys, talk something.
Yeah, any thoughts, any questions, based on what has been shared? So, Srijani, you want to talk about the upcoming boot camp, maybe, as
Yeah,
people are
sure. So yeah, we have boot camp coming up. So boot camp is all about you experience being in CoVersity and working in CoVersity for 1 week. Like you get like a glimpse of if you join in CoVersity, like this is how it would look like, a little bit like that. It's like the trailer for the movie. The upcoming boot camp is on June 12th. You can register now. I'll drop the important links and also my number. So you can contact me and follow the links to get more information about bootcamp.
Srijani?
Yes.
Hi. Yeah.
Hi.
How long will the boot camp be?
It's a 1 week thing. 1 week. Bootcamp.
So if they start on 12th, they'll end on 18th, say?
Yes. Yes. Sorry. It's a 5-day program.
It's a 5-day.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a 5-day long. Sorry.
Right.
Saturday,
Could you,
Sunday.
if I understand correctly, you've already had 2 boot camps this year?
Yes. Yes, we already had 2 boot camps this year. This is the 3rd one. And we'll be officially starting CoVersity on June
26th.
Yes, sorry, June 26th.
Okay, could you explain a little bit more about that?
Okay, so basically, boot camp is like it's like a one week thing. So we come together and kind of
No, it's all right. I just wonder what I'm trying to understand is after this 1 week,
Yes.
do you go back home and then come back on 20? You said CoVersity starts on 26th, right?
Yes.
So do they come back to campus on 26th?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's what I wanted to know.
Okay.
All right. Now, could you, based on the experience, the last two boot camps, how did it go? I mean, what was your experience?
Yeah. So I was in the first boot camp and Aparna is in the second boot camp. I can share my experience about being in the boot camp I was. So, well, it was like filled with intense work and also it was filled with fun because we were kind of chit-chatting with each other and doing work also. Like it was nice, to be frank, being it together. That too, they were all strangers. Like I didn't even know them before. So we kind of, for a few initial days, we were kind of getting to connect to each other and trying to understand each other's perspectives and stuff. But after that it was going on like on fire. We did we all together did a group project. Like we kind of made few material like few jewelry kind of thing, like a craft, and sold them in a nearby village.
Oh, okay.
To kind of get a business exposure to the business thing. So we did a group project. We kind of talked a little more on CoVersity. We also did a self-interest challenge where as I said, I am interested in baking. So I took up one small thing from my domain and kind of deliberately practiced in that, like as today's topic is also like where we kind of take one interest or aspect and kind of deep dive and do it multiple times to practice it multiple times to get into like upgrade my level kind of thing. So we did that, and other like some fun activity, like we did a drama dance kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, it was nice. We also went through attended few self-visioning sessions where we were thinking about our future, our goals, our aims, our strengths, and stuff like that. I was like, I had a lot of fun, and also it was very nice being with the people and also working with them.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for sharing. I'm looking at the next boot camp for my son.
Yes.
So I just wanted to know how your personal view on how the boot camp was.
Yes, I'll share my contact number and the links. You can
Okay, thank you.
follow them. Thank you.
Srijani, maybe you can drop in all the links and all those things. So you're on mute.
Yes, I'm doing 1 minute. I'm just copying them.
Yeah. Any other thoughts before we kind of get into the theme of the day in terms of CoVersity or the boot camps or anything in general? So Srijani has shared on chat all the various mediums where we are present and where you can connect with us. And we meet every Thursday and Saturday to discuss more about CoVersity, or we have youth coming in and sharing their experiences of being at CoVersity.
Yes, and there are kind of even more detailed way of telling about each aspect in CoVersity in the website too. Please do check that. And also we have the WhatsApp group where we get constant updates.
There are a lot of youth here today. Srijani, you want to talk about your youth group and maybe invite if they're not part of it?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, we also have a youth group just for youth, of course. So yeah, we kind of generally chit chat about our profession, our passion, or we also meet every week just to talk to each other. And last week we were kind of showing off all stuff that we were doing. We kind of had lots of fun. So I would love to have you all guys there too. But it's strictly for youth, huh?
Is this a WhatsApp group?
Yes, it's a WhatsApp group.
Okay.
Yeah, we generally chit chat about interests, maybe mostly there. Yeah. And you can contact me. I already dropped my number to kind of join the group. You can just ping me. I'll add you to the group.
All right. I think, Srijani, we can proceed with the theme of the day and just have some conversation on how deliberate practice is.
Yes. So it's in fact like one of the main things that we do in CoVersity. Deliberate practice is something that we take up one aspect or skill from our domain, particularly one thing, or twice, maybe, or two or three, I don't know, but generally one thing, and we kind of do it multiple times, rework on it, like it's like practicing more and kind of reworking on that skill again and again, taking feedback, working more on it. So we focus on one thing until we kind of reached a level of like maybe a next level or a level that we want to be. Something like that. So we set a goal and kind of deliberately practice to get there. So that's about deliberate practice. So I would love to hear what do you feel deliberate practice is all about, and maybe a little experience about if you kind of deliberately practiced about something. We would love to hear it from you guys.
Yeah, I would love to hear some thoughts. It's been a lot of talking from our side. So please come on mic and share, or maybe on chat,
Please.
on, what is deliberate practice to you, or, if there's some area of your domain that you, kind of, or if you want to know more about it, maybe post some questions.
Is this question posed only to youngsters?
No, everyone.
Okay. No, because I have a daughter who's into music. So if when she picks up a song, she practices it every day. Maybe the language will be different, So she repeatedly practices till she gets it right before she presents it. So that could be one area where you deliberately delve into one song. And I also have a question. Say my interest is animation, and how would you help me, delve into that area at the CoVersity?
Okay. So firstly, what helps does CoVersity give? It doesn't really kind of provide you help. I wouldn't really agree on that. It's like it's not like that we provide you something. It's rather if you want something, we give it to you kind of.
I see.
So if you want a mentor, for example, so we kind of give you the support, but you're the one who will be going in kind of in search for the mentor and asking them, talking to them, and yeah, kind of that. So there will be support, but you are the one doing it.
Okay, yeah, definitely. No, suppose, see, the interest was just, I got the interest because I kind of, was experimenting with animation, and, I don't really know what, what software needs to be used, or, that kind of guidance I do need. So, and also I suppose the personality is that of a shy person, and they don't know how to approach strangers, and all of that is also there. So how would that be helped?
Okay, first let me tell you that we have two people, one guides and mentors. So guides are the people who give you that just the support and feedback and stuff like that, but mentors are the one who are industry experts and give like maybe are they're prone mostly with the domain itself. So yeah, generally there will be mentors we seek help or we ask support for, and I feel the shyness or introverted thing is not a big deal because I have been facing it. Even I'm a really shy person to kind of talk to someone and just ask them for something. So even I had this experience that I wanted an internship in a bakery. So even my father was like, I'm not going to ask for you to get an internship, but I'll be back of you. You go and ask. So we were kind of, so it's like, we can do it, I feel.
Okay.
Do you want to add more, Kritika?
That's good to know.
Yeah, sure. So Anina, basically, if you've seen the slides where Krishiv was there, right? So in a way, he has like the maximum number of mentors we've seen in terms of, and he's interested in designing, illustration,
animation,
exactly. And he he will say that he's the most shy person if you ask him. But when it comes to designing, it's also the fact that they're all together, right? So they're not alone on their journey. Yes, the domains might be different, but you have the support of a community, you have the support of a cohort, and you are kind of invested in your interest like a profession. So it's a very deep exploration. It's not just like scratching the surface. In a way, you are kind of in it for, like a real big deal. So you will figure your way out. It's not going to happen in a day or two, but because it's a sustained and a deep exploration, you will find your ways to find a mentor, to see what softwares you need are needed, and reaching out to people. So all that is part of the process. So that's why we say at least 6 months. Connect with the industry, do some work in your interest, be able to decide, okay, whether I really want to, pursue it further, or okay, let me explore some other domain as well. So it's really understanding the domain, the industry, the work, to see what kind of a profession it would be. So yeah,
Okay.
that will all happen, and there's enough support system to, kind of keep you going in the journey.
Okay, that's good
Yeah,
to know.
in fact it's even more fun to be trying to go and kind of talk to someone, kind of a stranger, to it in fact kind of challenges myself too. Like I also grow as a human and kind of upgrade myself, I would say.
Okay, okay. Right, right. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Any thoughts on what deliberate practice does to you? Like, yes, it's improving your skill maybe to the next level, but at a personal level, anyone wants to share any experiences if kind of been at a particular skill and, kept doing it, and what it does to you in terms of at a self level rather than at the skill level.
Can I share?
Yes,
Yes,
Hari.
please go ahead.
Share.
Last time I was, my parents told me that just cut some onions to make some pulao. I took some onions. I saw my father cutting. So once I saw from him, so I also started to cut onions. I kept everything, the materials ready to cook. I was so excited to cook the pulao by myself. I want to become a chef. So my father told that better go for hotel management. You are interested about food. My interest is I have a habit of eating biryani every time.
Okay. So what did the whole process of cooking the pulao, or how did you feel after it? What did you do to you as a person? How did you feel after it? You want to share that?
Yeah, I want to share. After when I tasted it, it was so nice. The texture of the basmati rice cooked 70%.
Oh. So you took care of all that process, that it has to be cooked 70%, think of
Yeah.
all the nitty-gritties.
Yeah, yeah.
Srijani, you want to share your aspect of how deliberate practice was applied in terms of your interest in baking, let's say, or any other interest that you want to share?
Okay, yeah, of course I would share about baking. So yeah, one thing I would say in deliberate practice was that I wanted to bake a cake, a perfect cake, which is like worth selling. Of course, I'm still in the process, but yeah, that was one of the biggest deliberate practice that I took. And there were days which was not like, there were days it came out really good. I experimented with different recipes, but I kind of figured out one recipe that was working, and but still there were a lot of stuff that I needed to figure out. So it's like I kept on doing and doing and doing, and I'm still doing. So it's more like you deliberately practice about something, and it's more about the back end work you do too. So it's just not that I just keep doing it, but it's rather that I research more about it, maybe understand what the mistake I did before, and kind of see what else I can make it different, what else I can add, what else I can remove. It's more that you do a lot of back end work in that deliberate practice too. It's just not that you just keep on doing, but you do a lot of back end work too. So, yeah. And also I also for one project that I took up, I also started reflecting in my blog. So that really felt was helping me for my deliberate practice too. So as I kind of reflect, I understood about what I was doing too. Yes.
Yeah. I think personally for me, I guess whenever I am, in the mode of deliberate practice, I stay more invested in the process. Otherwise, when I think of something, the first thing that comes to my mind is that perfect outcome that I'm looking for. And, I'm kind of, shivering because, it kind of, I am like there's certain fear that, oh, how will I reach there and all those things. But deliberate practice for me is like breaking it down and going one step at a time. So I'm more invested in the process, and the outcome, the fear of the outcome is kind of less, and it's more comfortable to kind of take one thing at a time and keep at it. All right. Any thoughts from anyone else?
Joshua, Uday, Upasna.
Yeah, sure. May I speak?
Yes, please go ahead.
So deliberate practice would mean to me that you're putting constant effort into something, and that is an impeccable process in your own mind. Like that is finding solitude in your own work and finding peace in it. Like imagine if you're doing something constantly, you have to find peace in it. You have to be comfortable with it. You have to do it with passion. And it's not just about practicing, it's more about a lifestyle that you live later on. So yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely, Upasna. The and the whole aspect of you were talking about the comfort, right? For me, I feel the initial discomfort whenever we are taking up anything new, with deliberate practice, you kind of transcend that discomfort and find your comfort in that whole process. So that's very comforting in a sense. Yeah.
And also I feel that consistency was also the key.
Sure. Okay, I think there are a lot of youth here. So Srijani, maybe you can just, do we do that, or time is less time for us?
Yeah, maybe we can do the breakout room.
Yeah, we can do it for a 5-minute thing, and then you guys can come back.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just open a breakout room. So.
And also before Kirtika figure out this thingy, let me put few links. That is some Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube links. So yeah, we post a lot of content there, different experiences. We interview different people in our Instagram. We have little blogs in our website, and we have a lot of the meetings, these kind of meetings, and also a few interviews of different meetings are also posted in the recorded sessions are also posted in the YouTube. So you can check them out. Kirtika, you opened a lot of rooms. There are 3.
Yeah. Wait,
which room should I go?
I've named it youth. Can you see the room youth?
Yes.
Yeah,
so can we go there?
Yeah, I think I've assigned you guys. You can just. So, Tasneem, are you a parent or a youth, if I may know, so that I can assign you to the room? And Joshua, if you're between 14 to 21, you can go in the youth room. Hari, you can go to the youth room. Okay, Anina, it's just us adults here. So if you have any questions, we can
Yeah, looks
talk,
like that.
or any thoughts. Yeah.
I'm well, I was asking all those questions for Joshua. Joshua is my son.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
So I didn't want to put him in a spot by naming him.
Okay. All right.
He's very shy, and he's kind of hesitant to approach people, and he speaks only in monosyllables. But yeah, so I was a little concerned about how he would go and get mentors, or things like that, have conversations with strangers. But I am looking forward to him having an experience of a boot camp, where he gets to meet with other peers.
Right. Yeah, in fact, Anina, we at least at CoVersity, we welcome all sorts of personalities. Like, it's not like if you're shy, you have to suddenly break that mold and become an extrovert. But we've seen that when there's a need, when there's a context, in terms of even with Krishiv, even he speaks in monosyllables. Literally, like he's very, like if you see we've done one Insta live with him, he will talk very little. But when he's at a illustrators meet, or so if there's something related to designing, he himself will say that, I don't know how I'm speaking. But so when they get into that groove of their passion or whatever their interest is, it all kind of dissolves.
Right.
Okay, hi, Aarti, I see you've joined. If you are a youth, we can add you to the youth room, or this is a room for the adults to just kind of discuss. Aarti, are you there? She's gone. Okay. Yeah, so I think it should be fine. Like, so where are you from, Anina?
I'm from Bangalore. We live near Kagdaspura, C.V. Ramanagar.
Okay, I stay at Nagasandra, so I'm also from Bangalore. Yeah. And the boot camp is like, basically we look at some of the major, the big elements of CoVersity and try to, squeeze it into 5 days. So they do like a group project, the project in the sense that is, in a way, interacting or dealing with the world. It's not like you do a project and present it to us, or whatever. So as Srijani said, her thing was more around creating handcrafted jewelry or accessories and selling it to the people in the village. The second boot camp group, they wanted to make deal with social not so with awareness around puberty. So they did like a puppet show for the kids in the for the teenagers in the village. So it's somewhere reaching out and showcasing your work to the world, and we've seen like that really kind of helps them, and just the fact that they're all together, right? That synergy is phenomenal, Reena. So yeah.
So did they have difficulty with language, sir?
With language. So language again, that's the other thing, right? We don't focus, like language is no barrier, in fact. So there were some people who were comfortable only with Tamil. So there were translations, and also they kind of managed between them. For some, English was the key thing. So it's not a matter when they're together. That's what we've seen. So language is not an issue at all.
Okay, that's good.
Language, shyness, everything. We've seen all kinds of personalities, and they find their groove in that process.
Okay. And another question I had is, while Srijani was explaining about the boot camp dates for June, she said from 12th for 5 days, and then they return home after that?
Yes, they return home.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool.
So they come back to the campus on 26th, is that what she said?
Yeah, so the CoVersity, so as you understand, CoVersity, you start with a minimum of 1 year, right?
Yeah.
So that 1 year batch will start from June 26th. So yeah,
Okay.
yes.
So do they stay on campus the whole while?
It's like the 1 year is divided into 2 cycles of 6 months each. So the first 6 months they take up one interest. The first few weeks are at the campus. They, are in a cohort. They are kind of planning their roadmaps. Reaching out to mentors, doing some projects together. Then the second bit in that 6 months is the next 2 months would be the industry connect phase, where you are maybe doing an internship or taking up a project, but somewhere connecting with the industry in terms of your domain. And the last few weeks, you come back to the campus and reflect and see whether you want to continue in the same domain for the next 6 months, or look at some other interest.
Okay.
So the whole 6 months is kind of divided between on campus and off campus.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, but that's like a rough estimate. If your internship is going good, you want to continue it for longer, you continue with that.
I
So
see.
it's very customized to how you are planning your journey, or how the individual wants to plan and what's working for them in that sense. So it's not a very hard and fast thing, but yeah, average or a typical journey would look like that.
Okay. I haven't really checked the website, but the fees or the expense, is it mentioned at the website?
Yes. So you can go through the website. So it's like basically when let's say Joshua joins, the entire family becomes part of because we are a community of open learning families. So it's not one individual joining, and even the parent, at least one parent is required to become a guide, not to just their child, but the entire cohort. So it's like a cohort of parents as guides. So guides are basically to support, look at, that they're going in the direction they have envisioned for themselves, all those things. So even for the boot camp, parent, at least one parent is required to attend, if not the whole 5 days, the last 2 days. So they also are, so it's the family is invested in this journey. It's not like a college thing where, they've been sent and, they're on their own. The family, the parents are as much part of the journey as the
I would prefer that. Yeah. But so after they come back for the CoVersity, so then also the parents need to accompany them. I'm just trying to, trying to work around that in my head.
Sorry, I didn't get your question. Sorry.
So when they come back for the CoVersity, like say 6, so they're not coming back alone, but the parent has to accompany them.
No, not for the bigger journey, not really. Of course, the parents can come in, but they are more remotely, assisting each other in terms of. But the youth is required to be here and kind of be as a cohort.
Okay.
So I'll just get them to come to this room.
Sure. I think I got an idea of,
Yeah, you can connect with me later if you have any thoughts or.
Sure.
Yeah.
The last couple of times when I joined, I met my daughter's ballet dance class. So loud music, so I couldn't speak. Now I've come 2 floors down and I'm
okay.
Yeah.
And how old is Joshua?
He's 14.
As in year of birth would be?
2009.
2009 month?
March.
Oh, so he's already 14 because we go by the year.
I see.
So, yeah.
No, he just turned 14 in March. Yeah.
Okay. And he's part of any schooling system or homeschool?
No, he's homeschooled.
Okay.
He's homeschooled. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I hope you guys had a good time. So meanwhile, I'm just putting up a poll and request everyone to kind of respond so we have some idea of what your thoughts are.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice in the youth room. We were slowly getting in the conversation and it stopped.
Yeah, so you have your youth group meeting, so maybe you can have a detailed conversation there.
Yeah, Upasana, you can share your concern there.
Okay, I hope you guys are responding to the poll. Please do that so that it really helps us to know what is like of importance to you.
Yeah, and also what this next step that we can take.
And whoever is interested in the boot camp, do get in touch with either Srijani or me, and we will share the registration forms with you. Srijani, meanwhile, if you can share all the social media handles where we keep doing Instagram live, we are active on LinkedIn, Facebook. You can keep hearing more experiences from the youth. So all that will help you get a better idea. And keep attending more of these meetups if you feel you still have some more questions or concerns or thoughts. It's a new thing, slightly new thing, so some more attending more meetups will help you get a better picture.
Yeah,
Okay,
and Amina, there is actually a live with this bootcamp members, the second bootcamp members. Maybe you can watch that too. Yeah. Okay.